everybody, and welcome to episode 26 of Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. We are looking at a little lander here which was able to land on Ike for the purpose of conducting some more science here. So we're going to go ahead and get those scientific experiments underway. Let's get a crew report. We record the crew's assessment of the situation.
Gathered precise acceleration data while subjecting the vessel to this situation.
Which is worth 192 science from the surface of Ike. We collected and recorded temperature data from the environment, which was to say the surface of Ike. Keep that. Run atmosphere analysis. We can't do that because we're not in an atmosphere. Observe mystery goo. We observe the goo. And observe the mystery bay. Or the sample bay.
One of the samples has reacted very strangely to the surface of Ike.
So we have some pretty interesting stuff going on there. Let's extend the ladder so that it's easier for us to climb down and do our work. Valentina, quite famous Kerbonaut. We're going to grab all this data and take it with us. Collect it. Remove it. Can't run that. And collect that. Remove it. It's fine. What do we have here? We have walked on the surface of Ike. Yes, we have. Plant a flag. There it is. Our little flag. Oops. There we go. This place is not at all red like Duna, but you can see Duna from here. See? There it is. There's an image to be cropped and, and done up for a thing. Look at that. Surface sample. Take an EVA report.
You look up at the sky and see something zip past.
Aliens. Take a surface sample.
The dark black soil has an almost crystalline structure. It's fun to play with.
There we have it. All of the science we're going to grab from the surface of Ike. Oh, man. We got 500,000 funds for planting a flag. And we got some more stuff for our accomplishments. So we're actually looking pretty good as far as funds goes. 2.7 million. So we have enough to upgrade the science center as well as... Oh, no. Well, we've tipped over, and we have all this science to bring back. I think there's nothing for it. Here we are. There's where we need to be. We have successfully crash landed a ship on Ike. And there appears to be no really good way for us to get off. So, we'll just go EVA. Take all the data. And try something crazy. And I mean crazy. We have our 8 ball. can set this as our target. Off she goes. Into adventure. With what little fuel she has. Hopefully, it'll be enough. Crew transfer vehicle is a go. Hopefully it'll be enough. We're trying something completely insane here. And I mean completely insane. Wow, look at that thing go. We're coming in behind it, and this is at 14. I'm sorry, 18 kilometers. So let's set ours to 17. And at the apoapsis, I guess we burn forward more for orbit. Well, now we know how capable our spacesuits are. Oh man, the things you gotta do for science. We are at the descending node, so yeah, let us do up. Okay, well, stranger things have happened. We're at the ascending node, and we need to thrust down. So down, 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 down. Right. What's going on here? Apparently we're coming in behind the target there. But our orbit is lower over here. Apoapsis. 21. I think we should just time warp it out. Craziness. So I'm time warping this out to find a point at which we will actually meet up with this. It says by the time we reach the next orbit, we are going to be within range, basically. So I'm just going to watch it from here as it flies by. There's our ship and our flag we planted. Ship fell over. Yeah, it did. It fell over. Waiting for our closest pass to Strawberry Desert. We're within a kilometer. There it is. Face retrograde. Go that way. Face Strawberry Desert. And head this way. Thrust down a little. Thrust this way a little. So how about that? Welcome back, fun guy. We are in the process of ascending in our spacesuit from the surface of Duna, because the landing vehicle fell over. It fell over, and I couldn't do anything about it. So here we are, with 0.64 EVA propellant left. We basically left our spacecraft, grabbed all the science, and set off into space in just our EVA suit in order to meet back up with Strawberry Desert. Well, it's going to take a little bit of time, so we'll go ahead and fast forward here. And then as soon as we're done with this, we need to plan our return to Kerbal from Duna. And it's not so much about the science as it is the money we're going to earn, or that we've already earned, I should say. I'm really glad they added a nav ball to this guy. It makes life a lot easier. .5 Strawberry to Strawberry Desert. Yes, low gravity for the win. Indeed. If my ship had fallen over on Duna, we'd be looking at an episode of the Dunitian. I don't know, the Dunian? Okay, at this point, I can fly pretty much manual. Don't crash into my solar panels. I need those. No. Oh, good, 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 good. Back it off. Up. Down. Grab. Board. Hooray! Okay. That made me panic. Let's go ahead and close that off and review all of our data. So, yes, we have a crew report, another surface sample, not that we need it, temperature data, mystery goo, atmospheric analysis, materials bay, temperature data, gravitational acceleration. We have lots of stuff. Oh my god, we have like 1,000 or 1,500 science on here now. Okay, well, now comes the question. How best to leave Duna? First things first, we need to get the phase angle right. So, to the Space Center, and also all that other stuff. Actually, at the Space Center, I would say that's it for this episode. No, it isn't. Never mind. We're only 13 minutes in. Shut up. I'm not paying attention. From Duna to Kerbin. Boop. There we go. There's an encounter with Kerbin. Right there. Let's face that node. Warp to our next maneuver. Can we still see Duna? There it is. Saying goodbye to Duna. And we're on the maneuver node. Let's go ahead and get the nukes running. 2.5 minute burn. Traversing the distance from Duna to Kerbin. Hohmann transfer orbit. Going from our apoapsis to our periapsis, which would define, the average of those two defines our semi-major axis, which we'd use in the calculation to figure out how, when to leave Duna to reach Kerbin. That, of course, is assuming circular orbits. And most of the time, the planetary bodies are, their orbits are circular enough to be considered circular orbits for the purposes of doing the math, which does simplify things a lot. Two-body solutions are considerably more difficult when you have an ellipses going to an ellipses. So this vehicle is not rated for atmospheric entry, which is why we dock with the station. Right, here we are in the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Focus view. Nope. Set as target. Focus view back on our ship. Right now we're just barely visiting the system. Orbitals, radial in. Check our status here. Power's fine, mono P's fine. Let's go ahead and bend this orbit over. I want that periapsis at 80 kilometers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do the fine tuning right there. Okay. Fuel tanks gone. Staging correct. Goodbye, fuel tanks. Get ready for docking. Kerplap. CTV connected. I love returning to a space station from orbit because it's really easy to find an actual intersection. You can see that thing clocking around. I learned this trick from Orbiter Space Flight Simulator. We'll just get ourselves within 50 meters of the station here, and then unhook the CTV as with Jeb as the pilot. To do all the stuff that needs to be done. Okay, we are at station keeping. Hang on, getting ahead of myself here. The people that are coming back are well, she needs to EVA in order to make room. Let's take all this data. Gobs of it, and head over. Back up. Board. Valentina's on board. Now there is room for one of these guys to transfer here. And undock that. RCS on. Forward thrust. Backward thrust. Turn around. Oops. RCS off, please. More or less like that. To the CTV. Nope. To the CTV. Undock. RCS. Reverse thrust. Control from here. Set as target. I have a pilot who has target mode available. Forward thrust. Prepare for docking, you ingrates. Look at all this stuff floating around here. Whoa. GameNet says whoa. Whoa, what? What? My space station? My space junk? All my stuff? So I thought it'd be hilarious if this space station just sort of started taking on epic proportions as it continued to take on junk. All that science. Yeah, 12 experiments. From Duna and Ike. All lined up. All you need to do is get there. With Valentina in the driver's seat and her facing target. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Seems like a really easy way to dock. 0.5 meters per second is an appropriate docking speed, I think. 0.3 is probably even better. CTV is hooked up. Transfer to here. You need to... Where'd it go? EVA. Because you are headed over to the station for now. Okay, fine. Let go. Come back. On the cupola. There we go. All right. This station has a few people in it. We should probably get some crew transfers. Well, that's why we need to build that space plane. We've got to get that space plane figured out. That's junk. This thing. We're ready to deorbit this whole mess. Undock from the CM. RCS off. Retrograde, or I should say prograde, because by the time we hit the atmosphere, it'll be this way. Heat it up. Here we go. Things are blowing up and I missed it. Excellent. We're coming down with a crap ton of science on board. I'll go ahead and do a recover and a summary before I wrap up the episode, but I'm not going to spend the science this time. I'm going to spend the science at the beginning of the next episode. So here we go. Recover vessel. And let us see how we did. We brought in 1,467 science from the various experiments around Duna and Ike. That does not include the science we got from our missions. Of course, here are the parts we brought down. A little bit of funds back from that. Valentina gained more experience. Isathy also gained a bunch of experience. Yeah, that is it for this episode of Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. If you're checking in the episodes, definitely tune in next time. I'm pretty sure we're going to be building a space plane. Goodbye.